What's going on, everybody? Vince Goodrum here. It is Saturday afternoon. Just got back from the grocery store, so thought I'd give you an example as far as to what I eat in order to lean down to once again compete. You guys know that on the live stream, I had announced that, after cryotherapy and other treatment, I am ready to, train as hard as possible in order to get back on the stage here. And Lord willing, I'll be up there in about 3 to 4 months. So when it comes to me dieting, there's not really much rocket science behind it. Essentially put, it's a very low carb, high protein diet, or somewhat high protein, but I'll go into the details later. So the total amount for all of this was $113. This will actually last me about 3 weeks. That's what I'm meaning by a higher protein level, but as far as to what I have been used to lately, but I still incorporate carbohydrates and vegetables. So, and plus there's a lot more meat up here than what it looks like. So it's still fine as far as to shopping is concerned. I don't really put a price tag or anything. You don't want to budget for any show. You just get what you need. But I'm not all about recipes and stuff like that. I just keep things simple, so that way I don't really have to think about much given my busy schedule. So let's go ahead and begin. All right, first up we got some Angus beef. Got a good deal on this here actually. $4.98 a pound. So I went ahead and bought this, and it is very tough meat. There's very little fat in it, especially on this part of the animal. So, but it's no problem. I'll throw it into a slow cooker, maybe put a little olive oil in order to thicken it up, and it'll be perfectly fine there. So this is about almost 4 pounds. So once I throw it in the slow cooker, it's going to be nice and juicy. So on to the next one. Now, I'm pretty big on asparagus. Asparagus is very filling. There's a number of vitamins in it, and all I have to do is roast them. It has a very nutty flavor to it. Add a little bit of salt maybe, but honestly, I don't really need to add salt to these. They're just fine by itself. And it's very important to eat a lot of vegetables whenever you're eating a lot of meat. That gives you a lot of fiber. Not only that, it fills you up more, so that way, you're able to stick to your diet. This here is some uncured Black Forest ham. I'm going to make wraps out of this, and this is what I generally eat for lunch. I'll have a wrap in a low-carb tortilla, add a little bit of mustard to it, and some coleslaw without the dressing or anything like that. It's perfectly good during lunchtime. Now, these are my favorite bars that I'll eat in between meals. There's plenty of fiber in it, and it's only $16. There's 20 bars. And, they, like I said before, it's still important to get some carbs in, but you just got to keep your carbs low. I don't eat no more than maybe 100 grams of carbs in a given day. Now, as the show approaches there, and as I diet down, I will slightly decrease the carbs. But for the most part, it's still a low-carb diet. Not a no-carb, low-carb. All right, got some Jenny O fresh ground turkey. What I usually do with this here, and it's quite interesting, usually I will put this in a big pot, and then I'll add spaghetti sauce to it. So I have basically a pasta-less spaghetti. Pretty simple. I'll either have it with asparagus or with, rice, or, with nothing at all there. Well, I usually have a vegetable with it. Like I said, it gives a little bit of variety. It's sort of like eating spaghetti, but you're not really eating spaghetti because, when you have that pasta, it's very high glycemic. I mean, I can get the wheat pasta, but that stuff's disgusting, so I just avoid it. Now, you guys know that I like coffee, and especially cafe espresso. This is sort of like a pre-workout. It gets me through the day, gives me energy. 4 bags, $14. Can't beat that with a bat, Like I said before, you can get all these caffeinated pre-workout drinks and everything, and they're very convenient. But, just wake up about 10 or 15 minutes earlier and make yourself a good cup of coffee. Got a little bit of organic spinach here. Like I said again, more fiber, very filling. You don't want to heat this up. You want to eat it raw. Maybe put a little olive oil or even vinegar on it. It's perfectly fine. And it helps me keep control of my caloric intake. These are the wraps that I use in order to make my sandwiches for work. Like I said before, because I eat in between meals, I just have a very simple sandwich at lunchtime with a little bit of Crystal Light. So, like I said, I really don't eat as much as most other lifters or so forth. It's just part of it is because of my metabolism, and 2, my whole thought process, and this is something I learned from Arnold's Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding. The more food you eat, the more that it takes in order to burn off. So I just get in the calories that I need in order to, train heavy, preserve muscle mass, and, get things down. It's also a lot less expensive. These are chicken fajitas. Generally, these are part of my quick meals, and I'm going to actually have a little bit of this with some rice tonight. And this is perfect when you don't have time to cook. You just take a couple of these out, throw them in the microwave, and they're good. Perfectly good. Also, let's not forget, I also get a bag of the Angus Beef fajitas as well. Like I said, these are very quick meals that I utilize. Like I said, you throw them in the microwave, they're ready to go. They're already seasoned. So I use this as a go-between whenever, I don't have time to cook. It's, I pop these in about a minute and it's done. But folks, that is everything as far as the meal is concerned. Let's not forget, and we'll just turn around. I still have my basmati rice and my 25 pounds of steel-cut oats. So once again, folks, I'm going to pack this away. I just got back from the gym as well and had myself a great meal, but that's it, folks. Like and subscribe to the Vince Goodrum channel. Click the link below. Also visit vincegoodrum.com, and as always, peace and soul.